Ben, what the fuck is on your head?
A hat.
What kind of hat?
One that's on my head.
Ben, you look like you're gonna starve to death in a Charles Dickens novel.
You look like you're the star character, and you might have already made this joke off air, Chris. I can't remember, but you look like you're a star character in the Robin Williams Peter Pan story where he's an adult.
No, it's legit. It's legit.
Yeah.
Shmi's hat from Peter Pan. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Got the
it's legitimately designed to be that. Like it's supposed. Ben is telling us an actual fact about the hat he's wearing.
Yeah,
I know it sounds like he's joking, but it's a true fact.
You look like you're about to grab a candle and then open a window and yell out the door for someone to take money and go buy a turkey and then send it to one of your employees that you fucked over time and time again.
Ben, how much? I don't know anything about what floor your apartment is on. How much money to get you to open your window, lean out the window, and yell at the first person who passes, just like, "Boy, what day is it?"
Knowing where I live, that is very dangerous. I know all of my neighbors, luckily, but I still don't trust anyone.
That just sounds like living in New York.
I like the old high couple when I helped you move in, that were giving us candy on Halloween night.
They are my best friends now.
They were just blitzed out of their mind, an older couple, like maybe 50s, 60s, just giving us candy every time they saw us.
Yeah, they're my favorite neighbors.
Ben, that hat, man. I'm really like... I entered the call at first, and it looked like he was wearing like a bright red. I kind of thought it was a do-rag also, and then I was like, it looked like the one South Park character with the red beanie. I was just, it's so red. I can't express to the audience how red this hat is. It's so vibrant.
And it just bends in such a specific way where you don't see like the hanging tail of it. So immediately when you join, it's like, is that a fucking do-rag? Ben, take that off. That's not good.
Ben, do you wear this hat outside?
No.
Okay.
It's probably... literally just for when I get out the shower and I need to get my hair to lay how I want it to lay.
Yeah, that's exactly how I started losing my hair, bud.
Yeah, it's not good to.
That's exactly how.
It's not good to put a hat on wet hair, buddy.
It's also not a good idea.
No, not wet. Not wet. I let it dry for a little while first.
Okay.
Okay.
I used to do that too when I had like my Jim Morrison hair. I would get out of the shower and I would put it back with like a headband, and I've been told that's why my head is.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's not a good. Hello and welcome to Star Wars Every Week Forever, the podcast in which we watch one Star Wars movie every week forever. This week, A New Hope. Chris, how was your watch?
It was pretty good. It was the first time a watch of Star Wars has been interrupted by a diaper change for me, but it was no, it was good. It was I don't know, it was renewed interest in Star Wars this week.
It was that diaper change.
It really added
a whole new world.
It really added some perspective to the movie, I guess. I don't know.
And your son has already experienced the first of many podcast watches with you.
Yep, exactly. You start that confusion early, so the kid gets to full sentience around like 6 or 7, I expect. Like, Dad, why do you do this every week?
He's gonna be at school and like, yeah. And then my dad went to watch Star Wars this week, and everyone's like, "What do you mean went to watch Star Wars this week?" And he's gonna have to explain to these other kids, and he's gonna think it's a totally normal thing for one of your parents to just sit down. And watch a Star Wars movie every week.
My dad just watches Star Wars every week. Why? What do you mean?
And knowing our luck, it'll be like 2030 when this is being explained, and these kids will have no idea what a podcast is because it'll be a dead format, and we're still just, plugging away.
No, I feel like in 2030 podcasts will be the only format. That seems to be the way our civilization is moving.
Video games, dead. Movies, even more dead. The radio dramas are back.
Fucking, yeah, I mean, DC is doing like a Batman one. They just did the Sandman series, like audio series. It's fucking...
I really want to check out the Sandman audio
It's strange how cyclical things are. Like, we've really moved back to full-on radio dramas. TV is dead medium. We're moving into fucking radio dramas again.
Give it a century and everything's back.
Ben, how was your watch?
Ben, how was your watch? I was about to...
It was good. It was good. I needed A New Hope this week, so it was It hit the spot.
You needed A New Hope the movie, or you just needed some kind of new hope?
Some kind of hope in this week.
Yes.
Are you okay, buddy?
Always. Sometimes.
Okay, don't give me the bullshit answer.
Sometimes.
Always. Sometimes. Where's my notepad?
Jay, how's your watch?
It's the first time I've watched it like late at night in a long time, and it always seems to be A New Hope. So, it was fine, I guess. It was there. It was short. Can't complain.
It was there.
It was there. It was short.
It's
Can't
definitely
complain.
a thing that happened.
That's how I feel every time A New Hope happens. Just like it's there, it's short. What do I have to complain about?
Nothing like a good old story about blowing up fascist death orbs.
This was my first watch since I got my brand new TV, so I got to watch the movie in like 4K ultra high def.
Oh boy.
I said to my wife multiple times as we were watching this movie, like, oh, it's a lot of this stuff actually holds up very well. It looks very nice still for a movie made in the 70s. It's kind of impressive.
Not so much this movie, but I'd say Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi look way better than like Phantom Menace in a lot of respects.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless it's the pile diarrhea that's Jabba the Hutt. But
I paused a moment in this movie this week and rewound it 5 times because I was laughing so hard, because it's just something that I, for some reason, have completely glossed over and not really ever paid any attention to. So, to skip right to the end of the movie, when they're doing the trench run, and Luke is going for the exhaust port, and he's about to get shot down, and Han comes in to save the day. The one TIE fighter blows up. Vader turns and goes, What?
yeah. I've had 2 watches where I laughed pretty hard at that.
Laughed out loud for 5 minutes and rewound it. Had to wait for my wife to come back into the room, and I was like, you gotta watch this. Hold on. You gotta come here.
Funnily enough, there was a tweet at some point this week. I think it was a tweet where somebody brought that up. Like, what must Vader think of Han Solo?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the happenstance. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember it specifically, but like the happenstance of the fact that everyone on the Millennium Falcon, Anakin knows in some way, shape, or form, except this fucking drug dealer that brought them there.
This drug dealer that's dating his daughter.
And he ends up being the biggest thorn in his side. Well, not dating yet, but holy shit, soon.
Oh yeah, no, I posted. It was a Reddit thread. I posted on in our Discord.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Han Solo showed up on Vader's Death Star hours after Alderaan was destroyed. On his ship, he carried Vader's son, Vader's daughter, Vader's astromech, the protocol droid Vader built as a kid, the Wookiee who saved Ahsoka's life, and literal Obi-Wan Kenobi back from the dead. Vader must have been very. Who in the Mustafar was that fucker in the vest? Then something like a day later, he sneaks up on Vader, one of the greatest pilots the galaxy has seen, in what is essentially a heavily modified 18-wheeler, and shoots him in the ass.
That's why he tortures him in Empire Strikes Back. He's just so fucking pissed off that this random dude just fucking came up and made him eat shit.
Well, I post this is pretty on tone for us, because that whole post did sound very much like a rant that we would on this show.
Oh yeah,
which we almost did. Did you forget about that Reddit post before I brought it up, or did you remember it and that was why you laughed so hard at that?
Yeah, because you said it and I was like, no, I saw the same thing, and I was like, where did I see that? Oh, that's where.
I couldn't remember. I was putting things together.
We put so many things out there. I get it. Yes.
I'd love to bring up another thing that happened in our Discord. It feels like I didn't mention it last week or the week before, but it feels like a good time to bring it up now. I'd like to tell a tale from our private Discord of something that happened. And I'm going to start it off with a subject that I really want to riff on, but we have to take a break in the middle and then we can go back to the riffing.
Okay.
So on 4/24/2022 at 11:32 p.m.
We're getting specific.
A link from Reddit was put into our Discord by one Chris. that was TIL, Dexter Jettster, and Maz Kanata canonically dated.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
We do need to talk about this.
And Chris sent, we have to talk about this. Don't do it without me. And then I put what 3 times, and then we kind of went off on trying not to riff on it. But I'm bringing it up so we can riff on it. But also I'm bringing it up because, Chris, where were you at 11:32 at night on 4/24? Where exactly in the world were you?
I mean, I was sitting in a hospital.
Why were you sitting in a hospital, Chris?
What was happening at said hospital, Chris?
I mean, well, you see, that was a Sunday, and Sunday morning I got up and I was enjoying a cup of coffee because the next day we were scheduled to go in for my wife to be induced. And, we ended up getting there a little earlier. By about a whole day and then some hours. And yeah, it was 11 o'clock. I was sitting waiting for updates. My wife was sleeping for a bit, and I was just sitting on a fucking couch in a hospital room scrolling through Reddit, and I saw this and I was like, fuck, we gotta talk about this.
And at first, all of us were like, we gotta talk about this. And I was the one atypical of our Discord saying, we can't riff on this. It has to happen on the show.
Yeah. And then, 5 hours later, my kid was born, which is totally normal.
Then I paused and I was like, wait a minute, we definitely have to talk about it on the show because I definitely have to harass Chris on the fact that he's sitting in the hospital waiting on the birth of his son, and he wanted to talk about the slash fiction of Maz Kanata and Dexter Jettster.
Listen, some things are, once you see them, they don't leave your brain, all right? And that was one of them. Well, it's also one of those weird things where I think all of us tried to figure out where the fuck that was confirmed, and it seemingly was confirmed in one of those like guides they put out, like the Smuggler's Guide.
I don't think it was officially like a thing.
That's the thing.
They literally just make passing reference to each other, and that's it.
It's a thing. Fuck you, it's a thing. No.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it. I refuse to accept any reality where this is not a thing. Just like,
I mean, it's not that weird when you think about it. Like, Dexter Jettster is serving moonshine in a diner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's...
it seems like the perfect kind of person that a pirate queen would at least have a one-night stand with. Yeah.
Maybe and that mustache.
That mustache. Why do so many aliens in Star Wars have mustaches?
Dexter Jettster has a mustache? I don't remember this mustache.
Jay, we've seen this movie 11 times.
But it's CGI puke. Mustache. It's CGI puke. I don't remember it when it's not in front of me.
Yeah, he's got like a whole fucking broom sitting there above his fucking lip.
Oh yeah, it's like a real like. Yeah, I remember. I see it now.
He looks. I don't want to make generalizations, but he looks like a guy that owns a diner. I don't.
He does have one of those kind of mustaches, yeah.
There's a part of this Reddit thread, I just pulled it up. There's a part of this Reddit thread that's hilarious because it's like, yeah, the one person goes, yeah, of course they did. There's like, what, 60 people in the galaxy?
Yeah.
And the immediate response was, bet their first date was on Tatooine.
It's a very good thread. It's a very good thread.
I refuse to hear any comment that's like, I hate when they make this character know this character because that makes the universe feel so small. Fuck it. I want everybody to know everybody and everybody fucked. I don't care anymore.
Christ. I mean, it makes sense in the context. Like, they run in simple enough circles,
We just want a galaxy-wide orgy. Like, just...
Where's the galaxy-wide orgy? Everybody meets once every 5 years on Coruscant.
No, on Tatooine. It's got to be on Tatooine.
It's got to be on Tatooine, yeah. Or one of the other desert planets.
Well, if it for sure takes place on a desert planet, it has to.
Do you think it happens at Space Burning Man? aka whatever the desert planet in Rise of Skywalker is.
Could happen on Space Burning Man. I feel like we should.
That's why Lando stayed.
I feel like we should probably stop calling it Space Burning Man. Isn't it supposed to be like some like cultural celebration thing?
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably
it's
right.
It's literally the Aki Aki Festival of the Ancients. Like.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably.
Although I would really like a scene in that movie where like there's just some dipshits from like Coruscant walking through the crowd, like not understanding what the fuck it is, just like, hey, we're here for the festival.
It's like the whitest people you could find in Chinatown
now I'm
on Chinese New Year.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining it's like like a music festival.
Is the pod race guy too old to be playing it? No, I don't think he fits the vibe of that festival.
No, well, we've already established that like Tatooine's like I forget where we said Tatooine was.
Florida Bama.
Florida Bama. Yes.
Tatooine, Florida, and then we've said both Florida and Florida Bama.
Well, at least we opened this episode talking about A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about A New Hope.
They really blew up that Death Star.
So maybe this is talk about A New Hope. None of my notes have like A New Hope related content this week. My brain was turned off, but I did listen to the director's commentary, the audio commentary we did last rotation while I watched.
Did you just call our mad ramblings the director?
Listen, I don't know exactly what to call a live commentary like that. If you look at the tags that I put director's commentary at least 2 or 3 times, just because I don't think live commentary is as widely known, but whatever. Can we talk about what the last 20 years of R2-D2's life has been? We talked a little bit about it in the live commentary, but we didn't like expand on it as much as I think we can.
I mean,
R2-D2 is so goddamn traumatized by the end of like the saga.
Not only did he witness the first and second-hand fall of Anakin Skywalker to the dark side and him killing a ton of Jedi, if not Jedi, and some younglings and separatist leaders. But he then has exactly 2 conversations with C-3PO, his best friend in the world, his best friend has his mind wiped forever, and then he has to live with this information for 20 fucking years without anybody around him knowing what the fuck happened.
I want to know how soon after credits roll on Rise of Skywalker, R2 just pivots over like around the 3PO and is like, all right, my job is done. Throw me in the compactor. It's time to
I
be
don't
done
want to
with
go
this.
back.
I don't want to go back. Well, he has most of C-3PO's memory back. Just like the last 50 years, not the 20 years before that.
Or at the very least looks at 3PO and is like, all right, now wipe my memory.
My turn. It's my turn.
Yeah.
In the original canon, it had like a Halo-esque thing where like droid memories are only supposed to naturally work for a certain amount of time. Like once it starts to get past that, they start to act up, and that's why R2's so quirky, wild and quirky.
It's all
R2's just a sassy motherfucker, and no one appreciates them for it.
Yeah.
No, it's just all the blow.
It's definitely all the blow. He's greased a few too many wheels.
Are there droid drugs?
I mean, yeah.
Some sort of specialized malware or something.
Like they plug a
this
USB
is a very cyberpunk conversation, actually.
Yeah, this is a very cyberpunk conversation.
And R2's just like, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Like, no, it's Star Wars.
I'm sorry.
It's a floppy
beep, bop,
disk.
boop, beep. It is a flop. You're right.
It's a floppy disk with Star Wars Every Week Forever written
or
on
an
Sharpie.
8-track tape. Or an 8-track tape.
It's a fucking cassette. Like.
I love that you took the thing that I said that is older than the cassette and said a cassette.
Yeah.
You make me age even more before.
But
although I'm probably one of the few. Well, 8-track tapes are older than cassettes. They were like the proto cassettes.
I know.
They were gigantic.
Like about this big.
Yeah, they were massive.
And I think I might be one of the few people my age that remembers at like 9 or 10 being in a truck that your parents owned that still played 8-track tapes.
I think the smallest 8-track players were still about the size of like a microwave.
Well, in those kind of trucks, like the entire the center had to like extend outward so you could fit an 8-track tape into it. Because I think it was my dad's truck, and he still had all those 8-track tapes. And still played.
I mean, God, what was the speaking of dead mediums, what was the was it Laserdisc? That really tried, people really tried to make Laserdisc work. Yep.
Yeah, it didn't work.
People desperately tried to make that work before DVDs.
Yeah. Not a chance in hell.
Like, they're like, listen, you remember records, right? Like, I know we're past them a little bit, but what if we had that?
What if we went backwards?
Yeah.
It's like the Nintendo Switch cartridge of its era, except it didn't work.
So, Nintendo Switch cartridge is what you're saying?
I don't know. I think they kind of work. The floppy disk is going to come
Switch
back,
had
baby.
some, I don't know if they've fixed them, but I know when the Switch first came out, they had some serious fucking issues with those,
the cartridges?
The cartridges.
Really?
I have not experienced it, but I've only had.
I know they had problems with the Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Con is the big thing that I hear. The memory is fucking abhorrent.
Yeah, it is. Oh, can I bitch about something that has nothing to do with Star Wars real quick?
Sure, go for it.
On this podcast, never.
It's not Star Wars related.
I bought a fucking Xbox Series S because my Xbox was finally starting to die, and I have a hard drive. An external hard drive for my Xbox. That's like a 2 terabyte external hard drive.
Yeah.
And I checked everywhere, and it was like, yeah, that'll work with the next gens. So I plugged that in, and they're right. It does work. You know what it doesn't do? It doesn't play the next gen games. You can put those games on that storage, but they will not run. There is one. There is one.
Reformatted?
There is one memory expansion card currently on the market that works for the new Xboxes. One, because they have a partnership with Microsoft, and it is $300 for a terabyte. For 1 terabyte.
Terabyte for one, Jesus.
Oh, I was gonna complain, but I don't think I have the right to complain about after that. I had to go looking for a Switch memory card this week, and the fact that there are literally regular memory cards that are the exact same size as the Switch thing, but you have to buy, 123 gigabytes for fucking $20, or like fucking 320 gigabytes for fucking $40 is fucking insulting. But the fact that you said 300 is an entirely different thing.
Because the new games are faster and they require a new type of storage. And I know I'm not the most technologically literate person. But PCs have seemingly been doing just fine for years.
Yeah. It's because
they're probably they probably need a steady state hard drive instead of like a usual like disk drive.
Yeah, well, that's probably the problem in and of itself. The fact that they're trying to move and discourage you from using disk drives as much as humanly possible. So they're trying to.
Yeah, I got the no disk drive version because it was cheaper and I could find it. Unlike the Series X, which is still impossible to find. And I was like, no, it's fine, because I got this big-ass hard drive that apparently works just fine with it.
Jesus.
I got the next-gen consoles very, very late, so I've still got that, 2008 gamer mindset. So, I don't trust things not, games that don't have mission structures, but have autosaves. Let alone do I trust the fact that I have all of these games bought on a account that I could lose access to at any time without physical discs. Yeah, it's a very scary thing.
I mean, that's still a problem with disc stuff because you still need to download the files once you put discs in now.
Which is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
You literally put the disc in, and it's like, all right, we still have to download the whole fucking game before you can play this game.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why the fuck did I buy this on disc?
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm gonna rein this in. I have a new bit. I have a new bit.
Oh, okay, I'm here for that.
I don't know if this will be a bit that gets used more than once, but I do have a new bit that I think might be a little bit of fun. It's the SWEWF completely innovative letterboxed rating guessing game, entirely original, copyright pending. The thing that I made up, nobody else made it up. Nobody else has ever done this in the past. I made it up. This was a me thing. SWEWF copyrighted TMCR.
Allegedly.
We actually filed.
No, allegedly. I made it up. There's definitely nobody that's done it before. Definitely not.
Greg, can we check if we actually filed copyright?
Greg's telling me no. Fuck you, Greg. So I've collected a bunch of reviews from Letterboxd on various Star Wars movies. And I've collected the star rating, and I've collected and comments on Letterboxd reviews. And with that information, I definitely didn't rip it off of anybody. Definitely not.
For sure, definitely 100% didn't happen.
It's 1,000% something we made up. And you have to guess which movie of the Star Wars movies. Probably no surprises. Definitely not. That one comes from. I have a bunch. Who knows how many we'll do? But we'll just get started with it. So you have to guess what movie it's from.
Oh, I'm already excited for this.
Down for this.
I will read the reviews. Let's start off with an easy one. This is a 2-star review. You, George Lucas can't write dialogue. Me, absolutely tearing myself up with hysterical laughter after witnessing C-3PO's disembodied head, look sadly at his body and say, I'm beside myself in a dejected tone. You fools, you absolute lowbrow heathens. How could you not understand the depth of this message?
You quoted the movie. That gives it away.
Well, that's why I did this one first. It's just easy to
I know.
Ease it in. Just to ease it in a little bit. What movie is this?
Episode 9, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I didn't say the name of the movie. I just said a piece of dialogue.
It's episode 2.
It's episode 2.
Attack of the Cones.
Attack of the Cones. This is a 1/2-star review. Would rather shoot myself than have to watch this godforsaken film again.
That's the whole thing?
That's the whole thing.
That could also be episode 2. I don't know.
It could.
I'm
gonna
go with episode
there's going to be
9
multiples.
Could be Rise of Skywalker.
All of these, there will be multiples. What are you going with, Ben?
I'm going with episode 9 for this one.
All right.
It's a safe bet.
This is A New Hope. This person wrote this on A New Hope.
Heresy.
Heresy. Not a Star Wars fan. If you go into Letterboxd reviews and you sort by lowest, there's inevitably like 3 on every page. They're just like, I fucking hate Star Wars. I fucking hate Star Wars. So this was probably a Star Wars hater.
Okay.
You know what? I could vibe with that though.
We do a podcast where we watch these movies every week forever. I can vibe with it.
I'm coming around on the Star Wars hate train.
Jesus. Ben no longer reformed Reddit Nickbeard? What's
No, but it's not just the sequels, it's all of it.
It's all of it. For sure.
What's going on there, bud? I just said to my wife today, I was like, I feel like I'm still the only one enjoying these movies, except for maybe Ben.
Oh no, I love these movies. They suck.
Well, I think people have to remember that our opinions on Star Wars should not be fucking trusted even a slight amount anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. I've straight up, I had friends ask me.
In fact, I want to redo the bios of our podcast and just put a warning. Our opinions should not be trusted on Star Wars. We fucking destroyed our brains.
I had a friend who asked me something about like how I felt about some part of some Star Wars movie. I was like, if anyone is allowed to have an opinion on this, it's not me.
The next one, 4-star review. No, Anakin, don't turn to the dark side. You're so sexy.
That's episode 3.
3.
Yeah, it's Revenge of the Sith. A 1/2-star review.
See, I knew that last one because it was mine.
A 1/2-star review. Meh. No Sarlacc pit, so 1/2 star.
Well, we know what movie it's not.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. It could be literally any of them, except for one.
They're not all meant to be easy.
I'm gonna go with Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Chris, what are you going with?
Or not Return of the Jedi.
I was like, wait, you chose the
no,
one
wait, no, my
be.
brain stopped working because these movies don't make sense in my head anymore. It's the Force Awakens.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a New Hope.
Ben, you should have gone with your first instinct. That was a Return of the Jedi review. Somehow, some way, it was a Return of the Jedi review. So,
I'm gonna start going to just random movies. I'm gonna go on to like goddamn Drive and be like, there wasn't enough cars, 0 stars.
Specifically, no Star
leave a review on Air Force One and just be like, from the name, I really thought there was going to be a plane. 0 out of 0 to 5 stars.
This next one is no rating given. Watched last night. My toasted Xmas dad interrupted with "Put on Bad Santa" and "Hey Gabe, no, come on, Bad Santa." Truthfully, every 2 minutes.
I feel like now's a good point to bring up how much I fucking hate Bad Santa.
It's a terrible movie.
It's a horrible movie.
I think that's part of the joke, though.
I think it's self-aware, but also it still fucking sucks. There's a certain level of bad that even self-awareness won't fix, and we haven't quite gotten there yet, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
I want to say the holiday.
I would rather watch Bad Santa than any of these movies at this point. Not every week, but yeah, I'd love to just have a random week where it's like, watch Bad Santa. It's a different kind of anger.
I want to say the holiday special, but I know it's not the holiday special.
I don't know. Holiday special sounds like a good answer for this. It feels like the only one that would make sense.
You're asking for these all to make sense.
I'm going to take that wild card bet. I'm going to say it's the holiday special.
Okay. I will warn you ahead of time. You should not be looking to make sense out of these reviews. Because they're either way too on point or just what the fuck is going on.
In my heart of hearts, I want there to be a review that has no review and just says my dad or father-in-law kept yelling at me to put Bad Santa on.
Ben, what do you think?
The holiday special.
It is not. It is The Last Jedi, but the comment was left by Gabriel Gundoctor, which is pretty fantastic.
I have no idea who that is.
He's the he was a Vine guy. He did the Zendaya's Michi thing. He also did the I forget the name of the actor, but he also went viral on trying to get the attention of an actor in like 2005 or 2015, 2016.
Okay, yeah, no, I have no idea who this guy is.
Very funny dude. Half-star review. Suck my dick, Ryle. Shout out James Earl Jones. Ryle spelled R-Y-L-E. I don't know who that's supposed to be.
I don't even know. I got nothing for this.
Wild guess if you can. Like, literally, if you can't figure it out based on context, it's got to be a wild guess.
I'm going to say Last Jedi.
Here's my logic.
Okay.
It's probably not an OT or prequel.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because I don't know who Ryle is.
It also says James Earl Jones though, so it could be.
I know, but
this person could just be high and misspelled 1,000 different.
This person's probably high and misspelled 1,000 different.
But
the comment is "suck my dick, high. Ryle." Shout out James Earl Jones.
I was gonna say he's shouting him out, so I feel like he's like.
I said last night while watching a Game Grumps playthrough of Elden Ring to my wife that we were, both watching when they went into a specific dungeon. I went, man, these enemies can suck my whole ass. So I get it. This guy was probably very high.
I'm also gonna go with Last Jedi. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with Force Awakens.
It was Empire Strikes Back.
You son of a...
Ryle is? I have no fucking clue.
Who is Ryle?
No clue. No rating. I hope Ian McDiarmid is enjoying his summer home.
Rise of Skywalker.
That was way too immediate.
Rise of Skywalker.
I'm going to go with Return, just to be contrarian.
It was absolutely Rise of Skywalker, and it was made by Karen. And it was made by Karen Hahn, one half of the two people with Brian David Gilbert, who wrote the Fast and the Furious pod racing script.
Because I completely understand the energy behind that. Yeah. Watching this and going, I mean, good for you.
That's what I was like, that's too easy.
half-star rating. You're wrong. You know who you are.
Oh.
Revenge of the Sith.
Last Jedi.
It was The Force Awakens.
Some god fucking dicks.
5-star review. Legos do not scare hoes away.
This guy's onto something. Or gal. Or person.
Oh, fuck.
The immediate fucking...
Listen, I'm a simple man.
Just picturing Ben
bringing
someone home to his apartment being like, these are my Legos.
It's a 5-star review.
It's a 5-star review. Oh, God.
Legos do not scare the hose away.
Legos do not scare the hose away.
Well, there's no the. Legos do not scare hose away specifically.
Ooh, that's important. That's important intel.
Yeah, sure.
This feels like one that logic is not going to help with.
I got a lot of these.
I can tell.
This is a good bit. I like this.
This might be the rest of the episode, y'all, because I'm having fun. I think you two are having fun.
Sorry, audience. This is the episode now. This is our show now.
Welcome to Guessing Star Wars Reviews every week forever.
We had a coherent first half.
I'm going to say Phantom Menace.
Okay. Ben?
Well, that's a good guess.
You don't have to be contrarian.
I know, but I want to go with my heart says Revenge of the Sith.
Your heart is wrong. It was Phantom Menace.
You're a
holy shit.
3-star review. I've seen the Fast and the Furious series. Family always comes first.
Return of the Jedi.
What? How many stars?
3 stars.
Okay, that's way too high for what I was thinking.
I think you're asking for these to make sense.
Pretty on point for this podcast that we're trying to inject any kind of logic to this.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. It's Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, I'm sorry, audience. I have to give a big apology. I don't know how this happens, but that was actually an Air Force One review. I don't know how that happened. I apologize deeply. That just.
Well, I mean, it is a Star Wars movie.
I mean,
it is a Star Wars movie.
It's a Han Solo fever dream.
It's a Han Solo fever dream. 1/2 star. Anyone who enjoys this movie should be hung up by their eyelids and forced to blink.
Fuck.
Episode 2.
Gotta be episode 2. Or Phantom Menace. It could be Phantom Menace.
No way. Phantom Menace is a godsend.
Attack of the Clones. It was 1,000% Attack of the Clones. You went with the right feeling. 1.5 stars. 1.5 stars. Anakin Skywalker in this movie is a Neil Breen protagonist.
Who?
Oh man, I really was hoping this would land for at least Chris. He was a director that did 4 movies and then did a 5th movie that in the span of 4 years that was about his other 4 movies. That was like a documentary.
I know the name. I can't for the life of me think of what it is though.
Episode 3.
I'm gonna go with A New Hope.
Ben was right. It was Revenge of the Sith, and that was left by Patrick Willems. A big fan of that channel. 4-star review. Please, Mr. Kennedy. Uh-oh, I don't want to go. Please don't shoot me into outer space.
What the fuck? I love that reviews on this site are really just like, it's become kind of an art form.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that.
It's like 40% people looking to properly review things, and then 60% shit posters.
That's the right ratio.
Well, no, it's like 30% people to post serious reviews, 10% people that are just way too fucking angry, and then...
Yeah, that sounds like the right ratio. Fuck. I'm
gonna be mad, but A New Hope.
I feel like A New Hope has to be it. It's the only one I can think of someone being shot in the... no, wait, maybe Force Awakens.
It was The Force Awakens because it's a reference to Inside Llewyn Davis, which was a 2013 series where Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver were both in the project, singing together. and that was a song from it.
I thought this was a Porkins reference, and I was gonna be mad.
No,
but
I wish.
Extremely entertained, but mad.
Half-star review. Shrek is way better.
Well, that could be any of them. And I agree with the sentiment fully.
I would rather watch the Shrek
fucking
movies.
Love those movies. I don't know if I've ever talked about how much I love Shrek. Let's say Force Awakens.
Ben is thinking very intently.
Oh, I already said Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
It was A New Hope. I think this is just someone that hates Star Wars that really feels that Shrek deserves more love.
Look, they said what they said.
1-star review. Almost unwatchable if not for Ewan McGregor. The CGI has aged terribly, unlike Ewan McGregor. Horrible racist stereotypes, just not Scottish, Ewan McGregor. Everyone seems bored, including Ewan McGregor. I still want to fuck, you guessed it, Ewan McGregor.
It's either Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones.
I'm going Phantom Menace.
It's got to be Phantom Menace.
It's Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I would have landed on Phantom Menace.
On a similar note, 3.5 stars. Oscar Isaac robbed me in a Denny's parking lot, and everyone clapped.
Whoa!
I had a debate with myself for about 20 minutes if I was allowed to put this on.
I feel like we need to find this commenter because they've got some shit they need to
unpack. If you ever have that thought again, just ignore it. Just ignore it and press forward.
Don't put it on the show, or put it on the show.
Put it on the show. Don't ever think for a second time again.
I just am curious, because either this is a person that's totally delusional, a person that this actually happened to, or a person that genuinely is making a joke, and all of those options are fantastic.
Rise of Skywalker.
Wait, what was it? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said Rise of Skywalker.
Oh. So it's gotta... No, I'm gonna go with Force Awakens.
It was Last Jedi.
See, I was like, I keep guessing Last Jedi.
It is the movie where Poe has the biggest role.
See, I was like, okay, my logic was like, okay, that's the one where he's like all shifty and shit. So like, yeah, but then the comment was just like, fuck you.
5-star review. The best movie poop Lucas ever made.
I hate that I have to think of which one of the movies featuring CGI shit this could be.
I think it's a YouTube poop like joke. I think that's what's going on here.
Or they're just saying that George Lucas movies are shit.
Yeah, but it still stands. I hate that I have to think of which movie there's too many Star Wars movies with either CGI or practical-ish effects feces in them.
Well, I mean, they said Lucas, so that narrows it down to 6.
It's true. You're right, Ben. It does.
But it's gotta be. Don't do this to me, young lady.
I don't know. I'm just gently reminding you that this fucking thing makes no sense.
God damn it, it's episode 1.
I feel like episode 1's the right answer.
No, it's episode 9. I don't know how that happened, what this person was smoking when they made this comment, but it's episode 9. It's Rise of Skywalker. Half-star review. This movie ruined our species. Species spelled S-P-E-C-I-E, but no S.
Our singular species.
Our species.
Last Jedi, and for bonus points, some dude on Reddit wrote this.
Oh my god.
I will agree. Some dude on Reddit did absolutely write this, but what do you think, Ben?
I'm gonna go Force Awakens.
It's almost Force Awakens, but slower. It's A New Hope. This person just hates Star Wars.
Oh, this person just fully hates Star Wars. Okay.
I think this person is one of those which I'm not necessarily different, but I am also very different at the same time. People that just hates big blockbuster action movies.
I understand that. I suppose those people piss me the hell off. I don't know.
It's also definitely a Reddit neckbeard though. 2-star review. Must a movie be good Is it not enough to see hot characters struggle internally?
They're talking about Adam Driver when he's shirtless. That's gonna be The Last Jedi.
Chris is right. It was Attack of the Clones.
Makes sense. I knew it.
No rating. Christmas 2003, my mother got me a Mace Windu replica lightsaber from Costco wholesale.
Revenge of the Sith.
Empire Strikes Back.
It's A New Hope. Ben was almost there. And this is Gabriel Gundocker again. He has comments all over these that are all almost entirely shitposts.
I'm not mad because I got it wrong. I'm mad because I was close.
Yeah.
5-star review. I don't have to justify myself to a bunch of film snobs. This movie is my ultimate comfort movie. This is my mac and cheese movie, and I'm not sorry about it. 5 stars.
Last Jedi.
Revenge of the Sith.
It is. Oh god, this is embarrassing. It's actually a review for 50 First Dates. I'm sorry, I don't know how that got in there. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
I spent 20 minutes a couple nights ago, because we're sitting home with a baby right now. I'm on paternity leave. My wife's on maternity leave. I spent 20 minutes trying to find somewhere I could stream 50 First Dates because my wife had never seen it.
And this review was left by Chris.
I left that review.
The amount of 50 First Date comments that I saw that were like, "This movie is my childhood," is disturbing to say.
Yeah.
I saw that movie in theaters. I was young when it came out.
I owned it on DVD as a kid, but I'm talking like teenage years.
What year did 50 First Dates come out? We talked about
I think it's like 2005, 2006. Ben, fact check us. 5-star review. Sometimes I wish I had a bad relationship with my dad so I could relate to Kylo Ren.
Christ. Force Awakens.
2004 was 50 First Dates.
Okay, that makes sense.
Last Jedi.
It was Force Awakens.
Son of
This guy.
2 more left.
I mean, Force Awakens might as well be Daddy Issues, the movie, so I get it.
1-star review. I guess you are my little pod champ.
Episode 1.
Episode 1?
Yeah, it's episode 1. I said that one just to upset Ben. It's my way of punishing Ben for all the pod racing mentions.
I'm here for it. I got you to say pod 3 times, 3 separate occasions this episode without even prompting you. I'm proud.
1/2-star review.
It's a Stockholm syndrome.
1/2-star review. Fucking hate this movie. Only a fucking imbecile would watch this movie 15 times over the span of 2 months.
Okay.
So this is a call out. This is a call out to us
attacked.
specifically, and this is the last
Ouch.
one. It felt like the right one to end on.
Oh god, that's
Do we know the person
3.
who wrote this?
I think my headcanon is the same guy that told us to give up.
Being fueled by pure spite.
Attack of the Clones?
I said episode 3.
It was Empire Strikes Back.
Son of a bitch.
It was a very strong response to the movie that brings us probably either the most or second most joy. But that was the SWEWF completely innovative letterbox'd rating guessing game, entirely original, copyright pending.
First time anyone's ever done it. If we see anyone else doing it, our lawyers will call you.
They're ripping us off. We're Dr. Manhattan, and we see space and time as happening all at the same time. So it doesn't matter if somebody did it 40 years ago or 40 years in the future. They're ripping us off.
We have the power of God and anime.
And listen, we got good lawyers now. We had to after we got taken to Hell Court by Sir Alec Guinness.
Listen.
That's a throwback. Holy shit.
That's a hell of a throwback. Oh my god.
Should this podcast's first piece of scripted content be us at Hell Court with Sir Alec Guinness?
God,
oh, God.
I would love to. I would love to.
Podcast for scripted content.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was that. I didn't know if I was going to do it today, but it was a fever idea last night that I definitely didn't steal off anybody. TMCR.
I absolutely adore this totally original idea.
Can we please do this?
I don't know if... Listen, here's the thing. I don't know if I can get, like, comments as good as this again on Star Wars movies.
That's fair.
I apologize for the 2 mistakes that I made in there.
There was only one mistake.
There are two mistakes.
No, there was 50 First Dates.
And, oh god, you're doing a bit. Okay. Do we have any other comments on A New Hope to send our already beleaguered listeners home with something related to the movie that we're supposed to be talking about?
I, at one point in my life, fervently adored this movie.
Here we go.
That point in your life was when we started this podcast.
It is,
it's still
2.5 years ago.
It's still beautiful. It still has our Lord and Savior there. But this ain't it anymore, Chief. It's A New Hope hits different now. A New Hope is
all of the movies hit different now.
Yeah, like you had when you were a kid and your mom took you to McDonald's like once in a very long while, and you were like, oh my god, McDonald's, this is the best thing ever. And then like 20 years later, you're like, oh, I need to eat something, and there's a McDonald's right here, and you eat McDonald's, you're like, this is awful. That's what a new, like, it's not awful. You're like, this is, I can't believe I'm eating this. That's what A New Hope is slowly becoming to me.
Anyone else remember the tubes at McDonald's? They had the big tubes in the ball pit, and every once in a while you just watch a kid get jumped in the tubes and get his ass kicked, and maybe that has more to do with where I grew up. I don't know.
The McDonald's, there were two McDonald's within 5 minutes driving distance in the city that's closest to me and the one that used to be closest to Ben. And the one that was closest to me was not that one, but every time I walk into that McDonald's, it looks like there's just like one corner where the employees have just pushed all of the dust and trash into. And it's like somebody definitely has gotten jumped multiple times at somewhere in this building. And there's like a Burger King like right across the lot, and it's somehow even dirtier.
I was trying to sell an iPad at one point because I still had an iPod kicking around, and someone on Craigslist was like, "Yeah, meet me at this McDonald's." And I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna sell this fucking piece of shit iPod finally and get rid of it." So I went to the McDonald's.
It seems like a mistake.
So I went to the McDonald's. It was a cop. I had a detective waiting for me because some kid had gotten his iPod stolen, and
oh my god,
they were like, I've never seen a cop in my town investigate something so hard as this fucking kid's missing iPod video in the year 2018 or no, it was before I moved out here. It was like 2015 maybe. Yeah, he had to check like the serial number in there, and he was like, all right, cool, you're free to go. And I'm like, cool, man, I got like $20 and I need gas, and I just drove all the way out here to come fucking meet you. But yeah, it's cool. I'll go fuck off now.
I'll call somebody to come pick me up, and I'll come back for my vehicle.
Yeah, I'll just.
Hey, Billy, so you don't want the iPod?
Would you still like this iPod, please?
Suddenly, just
you got a kid?
Snap into your best salesman pitch of this iPod.
Yeah. You could do that now. I bet if that happened now, which it obviously wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if that did happen now, I bet you could convince that cop.
Yeah.
You could advertise with us.
You can advertise with us, the greatest salesman.
You get a hold of us at Star Wars Every Week Forever at gmail.com. You can advertise to us.
My day job. I am a very good salesman.
I feel what Ben is saying, but at the same time, this is easily the easiest movie for me to get through, and it's also the one that has changed the least in my eyes. Every time I sit down, every time I sit down, there's never a point where I'm like looking at my watch and going, "When is this over?"
Actually, I had the inverse happen for the first time since like first rotation this podcast, where we like got to the homestead and I just like bumped my mouse and I saw I was like, we're already 15 minutes in. There's already less than 2 hours of this movie left. Holy shit.
That's my experience with A New Hope too, where it's just like, holy shit, we're almost done.
Yeah, and it's like the happiest moment of your life. You're like, oh my god, it's happening.
Just wraps up so quick.
There's a letterbox'd review that I passed up that was,
oh no,
why is this movie so goddamn long? And it was on A New Hope, and I'm like, oh buddy, you don't know what you're getting yourself.
Summer child.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what the rest of this franchise became.
Buckle up, Buttercup, today.
Can I leave on a letterbox that I passed up but can't get out of my head? So this is a lengthy one. No rating given. It's a lengthy one, and I was like, I don't think I can fit this in, but fuck it, let's end the episode like this. Natalie Portman is the reason I work out. I have this fantasy where we start talking at the Vanity Fair Oscars party bar. We exchange a few pleasantries. She asks what I do. I say I loved her in New Girl. She laughs. I get my drink. Well, see ya, I say, and walk away. I got her attention now. How many guys voluntarily leave a conversation with Natalie Portman? She touches her neck as she watches me leave. Later, as the night dragged on and the corduroy of gorgeous narcissist grows increasingly loose, she finds me on the balcony, my bow tie undone, smoking a cigarette. Got a spare, she asks. What's in it for me? I say as I hand her one of my little white ladies. She smiles.
I did not like that.
It's like an old noir comment.
Yeah, it's
an old noir thing.
Very outdated slang.
Conversation with me, duh. I laugh. What's so funny? She protests. Nothing. It's just, don't you grow tired of the egos? You get used to it, she says, lighting her cigarette and handing me back the lighter. What would you do if you weren't an actress? I ask. Teaching, I think. And if I was your student, what would I be learning? Discipline, she says quickly, looking up into my eyes before changing the subject. Where are you from? Bermuda, I say. Oh, wow, that's lovely. It's okay, I admit. Not everything is to my liking. What could possibly be not to your liking in Bermuda, she inquires. I don't like sand, I tell her. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. It's an Attack of the Clones review. No rating given. And this has been living with me since 11 o'clock last night.
I'm torn between whether I think this review is brilliant or if I really want to get this person into a good therapy program.
Both. It can be both.
Either way, I'm upset.
I think so would Natalie Portman be if she read this review.
I read the beginning and the end when I saw it, and it was on the list to be included for a long time. But I just felt the vibes. I'm like, I gotta get this out.
Jay really sat there and said, yep, I had to experience this. So these two motherfuckers need to experience this.
This isn't a real fantasy they have. This was a fucking beautifully prepared punchline to a joke.
I mean, it could be both. We don't know this person.
It's might be. I mean, we have a person on this podcast that once had a dream about babysitting Luke Skywalker's kids, and then Luke bringing Wendy's.
He delivered me Wendy's.
Arguably worse to eat as an adult than McDonald's.
1000%. I mean, none of it's good, but
31 and eating Wendy's. Holy shit! No, my body does not want that. Oh, this has been Star Wars Every Week Forever. We are so sorry about the letterbox.
I apologize for nothing.
I agree with Chris.
We love you all. Welcome back, Chris.
What are you talking about? I never left.
Chris is here the whole time.
You never left, and we appreciate the fact that
the whole time.
We appreciate belatedly that you were our fan fiction expert and tracked all that down previously. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm very good at it.
This has been Star Wars Every Week Forever. Good night. Hey, if you like this video.
If you enjoyed that episode, why not like and subscribe? Also, share it with a couple friends. Bring them into this hellscape that we've done to ourselves. You can catch brand new episodes every single Wednesday on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, pretty much every other platform you get your podcasts on. If you'd like to extend the suffering, you can catch us over on Twitter.com at SWEWF. We post direct links to brand new episodes every week as soon as we upload them, and you can catch the occasional other dumb Star Wars take, and who wouldn't want that? Catch you guys later.